Hey coin collectors, it's DC on the Big D, and we're looking at the 1990 United States quarter dollar coin, and we are really in a close-up here. Let's see if we can back it up just a little bit more. And we have it set up for close-ups today because we're going to take a look at something that's special to the 1990 quarter, and that's the so-called double die obverse. And we're going to look for some of those, and they've been seen certainly on the Denver Mint coins, and I haven't seen one on a Philadelphia Mint, but we'll look at them too. All right, so this says Liberty at the top, In God We Trust, under George Washington's chin, and George is facing to the left. Behind him we'll find the mint mark. In this case it's a D for Denver, and underneath him we'll find the date, which is 1990. And then way down in here you'll see a little bit of a, looks like some little scratches. If you look at closely, that's actually a J and an F. For John Flanagan, who designed and engraved these coins. He did the front and the back, but his initials are only on the front. This coin, in 1990, they made a lot of 1990 quarters, and they made, at the Denver Mint, they made 927,638,000. So close to $1 billion at the Denver Mint, and they made over 600 million at the Philadelphia Mint. So between the two, 1.5 billion of these. There's plenty of them out there, plenty of ways to mess them up. Of course, when we look back here, this is the P for the Philadelphia Mint. There's one other mint mark that you can find in 1990, but of course that's going to be on the United States Mint Proof sets, and that is the S. And here is an S mint mark. This is actually kind of a funny little S, isn't it? Kind of long top. So this is the San Francisco Mint 1990 coin, which is only going to be found in the Mint Proof set, in this case in hard plastic. When we look at these, there are some coins in the 1990 that aren't double die obverse that are worth money. If you can find one of these in an MS65 or above, it's going to be worth $12 to $20. And that's for the Philadelphia Mint. At the Denver Mint, it's going to be worth $6 to $15, starting at MS65 and going up. But some people discovered in 1990 that there were some double die obverse, and that's why we have this so magnified here. And what you do for double die obverse is you actually can tip it up, and you'll see it looks like the letters are kind of going over to the side more. There's a few of these online if you want to look for them. This is the one that the G's on these are just awful. That certainly looks much more like a C than a G for God. It looks like cod, but this is not one. So let's just look through a bunch of these. We've got just, I don't know, 15 or 20. Not when you tip it up, you look forward, you get it really magnified. You almost can't see a double die unless it's really special, unless you magnify it. So always magnify it and make sure it's not something you're just making your eyes see. And it doesn't look like there's any extra there. Nope. So when we look through them, that's what we do. We look, I always look first to the T, and then to see to the end ones and see if there's any pushing to that side. Oh, this is an interesting one. This one must have got heated up in some way. So you see that it's got a lot of coloring. This is not from use. This is probably from being burned or something. Sometimes you get one of these that went through the dryer, in an industrial dryer, or sometimes the big ones at the laundromat will do this to a coin. Nothing there. Nothing there. And just see how we're getting a little quicker with these? We can kind of see it pretty quickly. Nothing there. Nothing there. We'll just go through the rest of these. Nothing there. That was pretty scratched, huh? Nothing here. Now, of course, these are a copper nickel-clad copper coin. So when we tip them up on the side, we can see the copper on the inside. We see there's 119 reeds that go around the outside. Copper-nickel mixture on the front, the cladding. Copper center, like a sandwich, just total copper in the center, and then here a copper nickel on the back. We haven't really looked at the back yet, so let's just take a small look at the back. It says United States of America, E pluribus unum. Here's an eagle over a $quarter, it says at the bottom. This is a olive branch, and the eagle is carrying a bunch of feathers which are tied in the middle. All right, this one, back up to the, nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. I do not think we're going to find one, but this is how you kind of look through them and see. And then get your thumb out of the way. Nothing on that one. And lastly, nothing on this one. Now, I have not seen one on a Philadelphia Mint coin, but we can take a look through a couple of these. These actually look like a little bit better shape. See how that gets bent down like that in that end? This is all from post-mint damage. When you see these kind of things that are kind of knocked down or smushed up, generally post-mint damage. There's the P over there for Philadelphia. How much is the S-Mint Mark 1 worth? Because we know it comes in a mint set, and so if you pulled this from the mint set, the question is how much would it be worth? And you can always tell the difference. See how this Washington, they actually use a different kind of buffing on these coins and a different kind of shine on the background too. You can actually see my pen going across the coin. So if you get the S, this one is probably worth $4.50 or more. They call this, in this condition, they call it a proof 65. It's not a mint state 65 or an MS, it's a proof 65. And this one is pretty darn good looking when we look at it underneath. Now sometimes you'll take these out of the plastic and you'll see that they have some kind of film or coating on them. I generally won't clean them even if they do, but that will take away from the price. They have a film or coating on them. Nothing on this one. Nothing on this one. That P got beat. Oh, I almost thought I saw something. So this, when you see this here, like this little bit extra on the S, that's you can actually see the dent in the S where it got pushed down. And there over on the R, you can see the R. That's damage to the coin. You can see the little chunk that got taken out of the T. This is not what we're looking for when we're looking for a doubling. So when you see that, some people think, well, there's some doubling there. No, if the coin got kind of mushed or pushed or scratched or dented or dinged, we'll not count that as doubling. And finally, garbage. That just looks pure, doesn't it? I mean, it's not moving at all. So we have the Philadelphia. We have the Denver. You may be able to find some doubled coins, mostly on the Denver Obverse, and they will be doubled over here on the In God We Trust. And it could be worth hundreds of dollars to people who collect the doubling coins. And then, of course, we have the SS, San Francisco, Denver, Philadelphia. Have a great day from Big D Coins. And we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comment section.